Hello everybody, welcome to my live. I know, oops, I'm just going to see if I can try. I know some of you didn't know I was going live today, but this is going to be I'm hoping to be my new regular time on YouTube, on a Tuesday morning. It will be around 11:30, 12ish UK time when I come on. So today we are going to be doing this is Sam's from Mixed Up Crafts Easter basket, and this is what we're doing. So this is my prototype, and obviously I went a little bit wrong on that side, and then this is the one we are doing now. I'll still use this one. I might put different things in it, but I think, hi Jane. So yeah, so this is what we're making, is an Easter basket from Mixed Up Crafts. So yeah, so I haven't changed anything, but all I've done is changed how I do a couple of things. So the card I'm using is from Stampin' Up, and it is, I will tell you in a minute when I get my page ready. So it is Early Espresso. So I've gone for like a darker card because it's easier for well, one, I want to use the card and show you how good the card is, because I think card is one of those things which is so often overlooked, and I think it shouldn't be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll need about 5 sheets, so it's not a one for if you only got a couple of sheets. You do need a few sheets of it. Whoops. So, and you also need to cut out 33 or 34 strips. So you can have 2 handles, so you can just have one. So I think on I'm not too sure, so that's why I said 31 or 32 or 33. So, but we're going to start off with cutting the strips. So you need 32 strips at least, well 33 strips for one handle, and you want these at 11 inches. You want it at 11 inches tall. So you just need to cut that little bit off from there, and then we need to cut these into 1 inch strips. So I haven't done any prep. I was going to do some prep, but I thought, well, no, I want to show you that you can do it from start to finish in a reasonable time. So, and obviously you can ink these, you can de-stress them, you can do them in whatever way, shape or form you like. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So quickest way to do these is to do them in blocks of 10, and then you know how many strips you've got, and you will have a little bit left over. It's just the nature of the beast. There we go. And obviously I haven't cut them very straight, but never mind. So how many was that? 2, 4, 6. So you okay then, Jane? 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 30, and then 32. So you need 32 for your actual bag, and then you need another one for your handle, or handles, depending on how many you want. So yeah, that's for 32. So I'll get these going. Okay, so the first thing I do is I grab 2 of them, and I get my scoreboard, and you want to mark it at 7 3/4, because that is how tall your bag is going to be. And you do these on 4 of them, so you've got 2 for the front and 2 for the back. So that's the only 2 way I score it. So that is 7 3/4. So we'll leave those 2 to one side, and we need to move these over here like so, and then we need to get some strips. So there'll be enough strips here for both bags. Oh yeah, I was wondering why some were shorter than the others. It's because I didn't cut the rest of the paper down to 11. That's fine. I've got scissors. I can do that quickly. Just make sure like these need to be done as well. So I'll leave it 7, and I'll need to rescore anyway. So I'll just quickly nip these ends off. So yeah. So So you doing much today then, Jane, or is it just a chill day for you? I haven't got my PC up and ready today, so every now and again I need to scroll the phone up to make sure I don't miss anybody. There you go. So make sure that all your paper is at 11, otherwise you'll just have to do that. And then I'm just going to grab another 2 pieces, or another 4 pieces, and then just do them again at 7 3/4. So one's for your front and one's for your back, basically. And what you want to do, you want to make sure that your line is down at the bottom, and then you need to do so you want like one, you basically you want to start weaving your papers. So you want to do it so it's, if you don't have grid paper, then you can always use a ruler, so you don't have to, you know, worry about that, not having a grid paper. But obviously we do sell the grid paper in packs of 100, so and they are really good to have. Okay, and then just do it so that it's the opposite, and then you put things, but I'm going to glue one side and then move on to the other. So you're saying that I need to just fill up my glue very quickly. So I'm waiting for my dad. He's having his eyes, and oh, is that for cataracts, Jane? So I know he's, yeah. I think we're going through quite. Apparently, the person who shall never be named, she had hers done a couple of weeks ago. I think we're going through quite a few of them at, you know, try and get rid of a backlog, I think. So my dad needs his redone because it didn't work first time, which sometimes happens apparently. So there we go. Okay, so we can start gluing this down. So it's up to you how you want to weave it, but obviously whichever way you do it, you need to carry on throughout your base. So you just want a bit of glue on here, and then I do the top one first. I lift it, well, sort of lift it up and that. So, and then over the next few weeks, I will be doing little bits and pieces. Hi Janice, and hello from America. Is it quite late over there? So we're just making it, well, we're going to be making an Easter basket today. So yeah, so over the next few weeks there'll be some bits that will be going into this. So just to give you ideas of what you can do for Easter and everything else. So, you know, and this will be going to somebody as well, so I want to try and have it done in a neatish way. But you know, I think most people have done paper weaving when they were kids, so it's just exactly the same as that really. You just got to make sure that your last bit's lining up, so you want a little bit of a gap but not too big of a gap. So yeah, so obviously while the glue is a little bit still a little bit damp, you can move them. So it's not too bad. There we go. So we've done back one side. Try and keep them all as straight as possible. And we can move that carefully to one side, and then we can work on this side here. So you just have to remember which way you started, and then just repeat for these. So this one's on the top, so just like that. Then obviously we've got this one on the bottom, so don't be afraid to lift them up while you glue them down. Anything overhanging, you know, slightly, we can cut that off when they're dry before we go on to the next stage of, you know, the basket. So then this bit flips up. This goes on there. And again, so this one goes under. So some of these aren't as neat as I want to, but I can just cut them off. I can just neaten them up with the thing. And then, oops, yeah, so that's going to be over. So and you can do this for any, and it doesn't have to be for Easter. You can do this for any season. You know, you can have a little hamper bag box for Christmas or birthdays. It's a nice size bag, so you can fit lots in. And this one goes over. Oops, just going to move that down slightly. And there we go. And just do it like that. So that's your main panel. You can sort of start seeing, I don't know, but you can sort of start seeing the weaving effect. When you want to get your strips, and then you want to do, obviously you want to weave in and out. So every time I start from the middle, I always get it wrong, so I'm starting from the end. So with this one being on the top, so we need that one underneath, so it's under over, that type of thing, or even not. So that's over under, see what I mean, over under. There we go. So you want it as a basket weave, but you know, obviously not too tight a one. You still want to see them. So it's under, over, under, over, under, over. So and you'll start to see a, you know, a nice weave coming up. And over time, you know, you will get faster at putting these in as well. So everything else, so that's, works for this. So I have signed up to do a card swap, which is international, so I'm quite excited to do that. So I'll be doing 20 cards and then I'll get 20 back, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So I need to, so you'll be seeing my cards being done for that on the channel as well. So you want 9 across here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's another one. So yeah, so we can just pop. And the great thing about not sticking any of this down yet, you can move them if you need them. If you need to like have the space and stuff. So once there's always a couple of strips which are always not difficult to get in, but you know. So that is your basket weave, as you can see. So if you were doing a lighter colour, then obviously you can distress it. I haven't, I've used this one here, but with this one here, you know, you can distress that more often, but I quite like that. Apart from that little bit of a, because I've done these too tight, but apart from that, I quite like this. I quite like this colour, and I might, you know, I might leave that for, you know, a craft room so I can put bits and pieces in. So all we have to do now is glue the top and glue the bottom, and again I've just come up with my own way of doing this. So I just lift them up and do all of the top ones first, and then I flip it around the other way and I do the bottom one, you know, do the other side the other way. So hello to everybody who's watching and lurking in the background, much appreciated. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. It just helps YouTube tell everybody I am live. If you want to know when I am live, click on the little bell and it'll tell you when I'm live or I have uploaded a video. Yeah, so then we just do the same ones just across the top. So this, you know, we might not decorate it today simply because of time, but you know, we'll decorate it next Tuesday, and then we'll do some boxes to go into it as well, because I need to pop into Poundland and just pick up a few bits and pieces. So do they all have to be the same? In what way? You mean in gaps? As long as you've got, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 down and 9 across. So if you mark it at that 7 3/4, then you'll have a guide on how far down, because these bits here turn into your bottom, your base bits. So I'll show you on the other bag, Jane. So these strips here turn out to be these here, but because they are doubled over, they are quite strong. So, you know, so yeah. And you just really need to glue the side bits and then the top and the bottoms of these, and then but you don't need to glue the inside ones because they will be strong enough by themselves. So yeah. So that is that side done. And then the only other thing that we can do is we can fold these up. Just be careful of the ones which you know, you don't have anything to resist on. So what I do is I fold these this way and then I turn it over and I fold them inwards because they need to go inwards anyway. So I mean, we've got somewhere to fold, and then I just bring these ones back. Just be careful that you don't lift them like I've just done with the glue. I mean, you can just bend them back among themselves, and just with your bone folder, just give them a bit of a press. Oops. Just make sure that they are as straight as you can get them. Really. So that is your front of your bag done, and then these are the start of your bottom of your bag. So actually, no, my cards, no, they can all be different, or you can all be, or all 20 can be the same. You can either do 10 or 20, so they're all going to be different cards. So again, you just want to grab your strips and do them on this one here. That's one. Oops. So whichever way you started on your first one, if you try and keep it the same on your second side, then it just ties in a little bit better. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So okay. Yeah, with the cards you can have you can do 20 of the same or 10 of the same and send them off, and you'll get 10 different ones back. You know what I mean? So 10 or 20 ones you want back. You do have to send them to America and pay for the postage coming backwards, and include a self-addressed envelope with well, you need your envelopes big enough for your cards basically to come back into. So yeah. So you have until, I think it's the 11th of June to get them sent to her by. But obviously I want mine done before then, because obviously with international posting, I'm not too sure how long it's going to take to get them to her. So I'm hoping to get mine sent mid-April, May the latest really. So yeah. But what I might do is I might do 1 or 2. There might be the same concept but different, or I might do 5 with the same concept, 5 with a different concept, and so on. But they're all standard American A2 size. To be honest with you, our normal size cards will be fine as well. They all fit into an A2 envelope. So that is okay. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. So I was thinking of doing a bit similar on here, doing a card swap, and then getting all the cards here and then, you know, swapping them back out again once I've received all the cards. So but at the moment that's slightly on the back burner because I've got quite a bit on my plate at the moment. So, and I might have some wedding invites to do as well. And I've done that one. No, I haven't. Never doubt yourself on these. Thank you. So yeah, I'm just going to do the basic one today, and then we're going to decorate it next week, and then make some boxes and some fun little things to put into it. So because I'll be doing, this is going to a friend, so I'll be doing some baked goods to go in and things like that. So I just wanted to think, this is from Sam at Mixed Up Crafters, so if you want to check out her channel as well. So she, you know, she takes it into a bit more detail. But once you, to be honest with you, once you've done this lattice work, the rest is quite easy, and it's a good size. If you're in if you want to give this for Mother's Day as well, like the UK Mother's Day is in this month, March, and then I know everywhere else is in later on in the year. But about how, you know, if your mum's into gardening, you know, nice pair of gardening gloves, some seed packets, and you know, some gardening tools, or you know, some garden related thing. How cute would that be? So it doesn't have just to be for one season. So what size is that in English measurements? Literally about ½ centimetre difference. I will go through, hold on, I do have a card template. Just bear with me, I'll give you the card. In our money, it will be 5 7/8 times by 8 1/4, which is folded at 4 1/8. So basically it's half of our A4 folded, just like it would be half of their paper cardstock folded. So yeah, but I can go through that at on another video, Jane, because I'll be making cards anyway for it. So yeah, so we just, again, just weaving these in and out. So the rest of it, you know, once you've done this bit, it sort of all comes. I think this weaving bit is not the hardest, it's just the more time consuming, because the side and everything else is not that bad really. So So and you're also going to a rhythm of your own, you know, and you might find you do it a slightly different way to me, which is fine. You might like Sam's way of doing it, which is absolutely fine. You know, there's no right or wrong way of doing this, or anything in crafting really. So there we go. So there's your other one done. So yeah, Bowie, if you've got somebody who loves knitting and crocheting, that would look lovely with some wool and needles and everything else in there. And then obviously you can decorate it with you know, your you know, embellishments with to go with, you know. So it doesn't have to be Easter, you can do it in any, you know. It'd be nice if somebody's really into their baking, especially for Christmas. You could give them, you know, a nice rolling pin, because this is quite strong, and if you wanted to reinforce it, you just put a solid piece of card inside, and then, you know, you can add in some, you know, fancy baking stuff in there, you know. So yeah, so for the basket, for the two sides, you need 32 11 by 1 inch strips, and that will make your two front and back. Your sides are solid, and your base is these strips here. So yeah, just ignore the one that just come up is yeah, he's a spammer. Obviously got nothing else to do with his life. So just have to glue them down, and just turn it over and just do the same on the top. So yeah, I just keep on. I was just saying, I haven't got my laptop up and running, so I can't see the comments as clearly as I normally do. But yeah. So again, we're just going to do what we did before. So I'm going to have that one up, that one up, that one up, that one up, and then that one, I'm just going to flip it over. This is the side that is the inside. I'm going to have that one flipped up, that one flipped up, that one flipped up, and then that one flipped up. And we're just going to burnish these, and then we'll burnish the others when we flip them over. So just leave them out. But it just helps, you know, with getting them aligned and without majorly upsetting the glue. So obviously you do want these to be still stuck down. So there we go. And if you need to trim off any edges, do that now before you go and stick on the side. So I'm going to go a few. There we go. So there's your two sides done. I think, you know, it looks quite good. So, and then we'll just do the, whoops, just cut the rest of it off. So we need, for the two sides, we need it at 8 1/4 by 4. So for anybody in the US, you'll need to trim yours down to 8 1/4. Within the UK, it is at 8 1/4. And then we need these at 4. So one's a 4, this one's a 4. You do need another piece of card for your handle, but you know, try in a minute. I need a new blade for my cutter. So what I do is I just take them both together. On the 4-inch side, we need to score at 3/8 of an inch. And then at 3 5/8 of an inch. Okay, and then we need to score just down at 2 inches down to 6. So what I do is I lightly do a little bit of a light score line at that, and then I can go straight down to it. And this is so the bag can think. And then on the 8 1/4 inch side, you need to score at 7 3/4. So I will show you these. So you need to score at 3/8, 5 5/8, 3 5/8. Score at 2 down to 6 inches. Now I just put a line across there just to thing, and then 7 3/4. Hello, Pom. So, and then we can just score all of these. And then we can just pull that one in into itself, so it gives you that basket look. And then we can just cut out these little corners. You don't have to angle them You can if you wish, but you don't have to. And then do the same on this side. And again, just cut out the corners on these. And then with any luck, these should fit your bag. So before I do anything, I make sure that they do, and it does. So there's your two sides. So you want to get these here, and then we need to stick these onto each other. So I do is I just put some glue on here. So, and again, if you want to strengthen the bottom of the box, you can do by adding another piece of paper, but it is a fairly strong box anyway. Now these should just lie on top of each other. Just make sure you don't go over your crease marks, and then you'll be fine. And again, once you've got one or a couple of them done, then they all pretty much lay down together. So should all just they should all line up quite good as well. So there we go. So I'm just going to turn them over. I'm just going to burnish them down, just like so. And then there's your little basket. Oh, start of your basket. And as Sam said, if you want it, obviously once you know how to do this, you can customize how big and how big and tall you want. But if you're a journal maker, you make a nice book, put strong, just normal card on there to strengthen your spine. But that would be your spine. So yeah, so there's lots of options, lots of different ways of doing it. So we can put in the sides now. So I'm going to put in the bottom pieces first, just like so. Make sure that they are as lined up as you can get them. So do that one. So if we do one at a time, then it just helps then. Patience has never been a strong point for me, but I am learning to be patient. And then you just, do one side at a time, and then, happy little basket. So I'm just going to do that. like that. Don't want to bend it too far back because obviously you don't want the glue to, you don't want the bottom bit to come off. I'm just going to bring that one over. I'm just pushing against my my box, and again you just push that, and then you just bring that over. If any glue spills out, you can just wipe it up, and then we'll flip it in a minute and burnish the inside to make sure that is all stuck down, and everything else. So just carefully turn that over, grab the bone folder, and then just run it making sure that it goes back towards the edge of it. I was saying some cards take certain glues better than others. So yeah. So I from the pound shop, which is equivalent to America's Dollar Tree, or £1.25 tree. I need to get some shred, but I want to get it in either orange or, well, any Easter colour really, but I think orange would go quite nicely in this basket. And then yeah, so do the same again on this side. Try not to put as much glue as before. I'm just going to grab my lid and just put it on there. Just bring this one down. And then this one. And just easy down with your hands inside, just making sure that it's stuck. So and then with the opposite side as well, making sure that it's well and truly stuck. And then it's just a case of putting the handles on next. There we go. So for some reason that side's just a little bit higher, but I'm not going to fiddle around with it too much. To be honest with you, who I'd be giving this to really won't give a damn about a millimetre off piece of card in the nicest possible sense. So there's your basic box. So only obviously folds in, so you can make it into like a handbag or a basket, and then there's the other basket in there. So I quite like this. Is using Stamps of Life card, and this is using Stampin' Up card, and I'll be using Stampin' Up products to go inside here anyway, like the card for the rest of my little goodies and stuff like that. So, and then we'll just do the handle. So all I'm just going to do is I'm going to get my crocodile, and I'm going to just pinch. I'm just going to have one handle again. I'm just going to pinch this. So I'm just going to push it down and there. So I've just got the holes in there, and then we'll just grab another piece of card. This needs to be 11 inches. So I've just got a message saying that somebody's got my parcel. I would like my parcel, not you. So this just has to be 11 inches. So if you're in America, your card's already 11. The rest of the world, you just need to take that little bit of a strip off. And then again, just do this at 1 inch. There we go. And then you can grab the little crocodile, and then because we've marked it, it should be the perfect alignment for your holes. And then you just need some brads. So I'm just going in here, and I'm going to see if I bring them out, I can work out. Might put some butterflies in, even though it's going to a different gender. I think I'll be keeping the bag anyway, so we can have the contents, but we can't have the bag. So I'm going to do a green, no, should we do a yellow and white? Let's see if I can get two the same colour. I can't guarantee it. Do white and a white flower and a white butterfly. And a green butterfly. Oh, there you go. 2 white butterflies it is, because that's the first colour I came to. So yeah. And you just bring that back in, and you can just line that up. You can just give this a little bit of a bend. Don't do too much. I found out the hard way yesterday. If you bend it, if you wrap it too much, it yeah, it doesn't like it. So do that one. And do this one. So there you go. So there's your little Easter bag, or whatever basket you want it to be. But yeah, so this is the start of, you know, them both, but they both look really good in the different coloured, you know, card. Can't even get them both in camera. There we go. So yeah, so that is all for today. So we'll be filling this up over the next few weeks, and there'll be some weeks where I'll be doing a couple of items to go in there and everything else. But no, so that is what we've made today, and I just say thank you for watching, and I will be back live. Well, it won't be live in my group, it might be a video, I'm not too sure yet. But I will be back live here on next Tuesday, so keep an eye out for me. It'll be about 11:30, 12 o'clock by the time I come on live, and we will see you again fairly soon. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.